Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel for another EVE Online video. If this is for your first time checking out my channel or checking out EVE Online, thank you for being here. Thank you for chilling with us. Today's video, as you can probably tell from the title, is going to be very much focused on a skill plan to take you from making 0 ISK in the Abyss to about 300 million ISK per hour. Now, the premise of this video is that everything in EVE is basically gated by a skill wall. So if you can skill up really quickly, you can have access to a lot more different experiences and a lot more different gameplay. And the fastest way to skill is not only by paying for nice implants that'll help you train skills faster, but also by buying large skill injectors and injecting a lot more skill as you go. So to give you guys an idea, let's just go over this first. And let me just show you guys what large skill injector looks like. Okay, so a large skill injector, let me just see if we can see it all here. Okay. So characters with less than 5 million skill point receive 500,000 unallocated skill points. Between 5 million and 50 million, you get 400,000. And between 50 and 80 million, you get 300,000 per large injector. Everything above that, you only get 150,000 unallocated skill points. So sometimes what you're better off doing is just trying to get these large skill injectors, which are selling for about 600 million ISK right now, and just skill up as fast as possible. Once you get a character that's getting close to 80,000 skill point, or 80 million skill points, you can just start a new character and specialize that new character into something else. Before we get into all of this, if you guys enjoyed this type of content, make sure to hit the subscribe button, make sure to leave a like on the video. As for skins, okay, so I'm giving away skins right now. The way we're going to work for this video is probably going to be the trailer on my YouTube channel for a while. So when you guys come into my YouTube channel and you watch this video, if you comment your in-game name on the video, every week I'm going to be sending hints as to where the next skins are. Okay, so basically you're going to get an in-game message from me with hints as to where you can find the skin, and every week I'm giving away a new skin that's going to be hidden somewhere else in New Eden. All right, and that's how we're going to work for this. Check the description of the video. There's going to be at the top whether or not the giveaway is active, which depends on whether or not I have skins to give away at that time. So that's how we're going to do that for skins giveaway. And yeah, let's jump right in. So the way that this video is going to work, let me just move my camera. Here we go. So the way this video is going to work is that I basically have a skill plan here. So whether you're a brand new player in EVE Online, or you are a returning player, or you're an existing player that really just wants to start a new character and specialize it into the Abyss to try to farm the Abyss as effectively as possible, this will apply and this will work great for you. Okay, so what we have here, and I'll share this spreadsheet in the description of the video as well. What we have here is on the left, we start with a tier 0 Punisher fit. So I've already made a video on that one. I'm linking it up here, top right corner of the screen for you guys, and I'll have it linked in the description as well. Okay, and this spreadsheet here basically tells you the skills you have to train on the left, the skill level, why you're training it, and this is training multiplier and skill points. So this will determine how many skill points per level, and this is how much time it takes you to train it in terms of hours here on the right side. And we have that all the way up to tier 5 filaments. Now keep in mind, everything that's in this video is based off of my own personal experience. Doesn't mean that it's going to be right. Doesn't mean it's going to be the best way to do it. It's just what worked really, really well for me to do it. My estimate is that to get from tier 0 to tier 5, it takes about 10 to 11 months of skill training. If you use large skill injectors, you could probably bring that down to about 4 or 5 months. Okay, so in 0 to 300 million ISK in 4 to 5 months, it's actually pretty good for this game. Additionally, what else to know about this spreadsheet? Yes, what's in green here, this is if you use the link in the description below to start your brand new character, you're going to get 1 million free skill points, unallocated skill points that you can apply immediately. These are the skills that I recommend you apply it to, and it's going to make your tier 0 Punisher fit for tier 0 filaments. It's going to make it basically perfect for running tier 0 filaments very efficiently. Should have around 154 DPS, and you'll be saving about 23 days of skill training time. Now this fit, the tier 0 Punisher fit, I'll link it, but let me show you guys what it looks like here. Okay, so the one that's in my video is sort of a very starter, first in the Abyss, and you don't have a lot to work with in terms of skills. But this one here is going to be, just see if this is the right fit. Yeah, so I'm going to link this one. It's a bit of an upgraded fit from the one that I have in the tier 0 video with tier 2 tier 2 guns on it instead. Okay, so I'll link that below. And I think that that's as far as you should push this fit, to about 154 DPS before you start working on your tier 1 fit. With this fit, I don't know if I've mentioned this already, I might have, you can make about 20 to 25 million ISK per hour in tier 0 filaments if you use the tips that I give you in the video, and if you use this fit fully skilled out like this. Then you're going to start working on your tier 1 fit. Tier 1, you can use 2 different fits. You can use the one that's in the video up here, top right of the screen, which is my tier 1 complete guide for tier 1 filaments. Additionally, you can use a tier 1 gamma fit, which I'm about to show you, and I'm also going to link it in the description below. So let me just show you guys that fit real quick. So tier 1 gamma would look like this. Okay, so we're going to go with faction missile launchers, an afterburner, 3 shield extenders, and then a shield power relay and a drone damage amplifier. Properly skilled, you should get about 228 DPS out of this. And this is a slightly longer drone control range than what you'll get with the skills that I am recommending here. But this is sort of close to where you would want it. So when we look at the skills here on the left side, and by the way, these skills will apply as well to this fit as they will apply to the tier 1 exotic fit that's linked in the video. Okay, so you have the skills on the left here. This is just so that you can fit it all the way to down here. Afterwards, we have more skills to really increase your DPS, your drone control range, and your missile range. Okay, so this is really what's going to make the fit good and easy to use. And down here is when I estimate that it is T1 ready. I believe it's right around 181 DPS. At that point, you are tier 1 ready. Doesn't mean that you're going to be doing tier 1s super efficiently and you're going to make crazy bank in tier 1. At this point here, you should be able to make about 50 million ISK in tier 1 filaments. Okay, tier 1 filaments, it's a lot just about making sure that you don't die to different elements in the filaments, such as the speed clouds and stuff like that. And by the way, yeah, so down here, tier 1, I believe that it takes you about 33 days to skill into this fit. Obviously, you can then start working towards your tier 2 gamma fit. Personally though, my personal experience has been that you can actually make more ISK in tier 1 filaments and the risk is lower. There is less that can kill you in a tier 1 filament than there is that can kill you in a tier 2. Okay, so if you want to follow this skill plan, you can go start training into the T2 gamma worm fit. Once again, video up here on this fit and how it works. Once again, these are all the skills down here. But what I would recommend is maybe train these skills, but keep running tier 1 filaments, because if you can bring the amount of time that it takes you to run tier 1 filaments to between 5 and 6 minutes, you can make anywhere from like 70 to 85 million ISK per hour in tier 1 filaments, and it's right around the same thing that you would be able to make in a tier 2 filament as well. So the risk is higher and the payout is not that much higher, not proportionally not high enough anyways to really warrant the extra risk in my book. So anyways, if you decide to go this route, train into the tier 2 gamma fit, and then you can start working towards the tier 3 Gamma Gila. The way I look at tier 3 filaments in a Gila is that it should just be an introduction to the spawns and to what it feels like to fly a Gila before you hop into tier 4 filaments. And the reason why I feel this way is simply because the filament cost itself for a tier 3 Gamma filament or electrical filament are incredibly high. So it eats into your profit a lot. So in tier 3 Gamma filaments, you might make 80 to 90 million ISK an hour. Okay, so it's still not that much more than tier 1 filaments, but it is important that you start flying the Gila at this point and you start getting familiar with what it feels like, how it works, simply because you're moving a lot slower, you take a lot more damage because your signature radius is a lot bigger. Okay, so once again, these here for fitting, I believe that this is minimum damage requirement for medium drone operation. And over here, once you get down here, you'll be able to put out about 601 DPS with these skills. However, you will not be able to one-shot the nodes with your heavy missiles. What does this mean, one-shotting the nodes? Well, as soon as you get to start doing tier 3 filaments, anything tier 3 and higher, my recommendation is that you bring a mobile tractor unit and you loot absolutely everything in the room. I recommend watching this video up here, my tier 3 dark filament video. The fit will not be the same, but the premise and the way you do it is the same. Okay, you fly towards the gate. On the way there, you pop the nodes with the heavy missile launcher because you have a much longer range for it. And once you get to the gate, you drop the mobile tractor unit, and the tractor unit will be pulling in the nodes that are really far away while you finish handling the spawn that's in the room. So the downside here is you won't be able yet to one-shot the nodes. You'll need to always double shoot at the nodes, and that can take a bit longer to clear the room when you're doing it that way. Not much further down here, after a few extra skills, you will be able to one-shot the nodes at 630 DPS. So minimum skills over here, skills to make it somewhat efficient or more efficient over here. In total, let me see here, is this 7? Yeah, so this is 7.5 days over here, just to be able to fit it, and another 20 days down here. So about another month since you're, after being able to run the tier 2 gamma filaments, you should be able to run the tier 3 gamma filaments very efficiently. And then this is where we get into the T4 Gamma Gila. Once again, linked up here to the right. Everything is also in the description of the video. So here we start working on, we started working on cybernetics over here. So these will allow you to put in implants. And, oh yeah, let me just show you guys the tier 3 gamma fit. I'll just show you guys what that looks like. Tier 3 gamma, tier 3, Gila tier 3 gamma. Okay, so Inferno, or actually that's interesting. I have Inferno missiles in here. You would actually want to have the missiles that do explosive damage. Let me just show you guys which one those are. The Nova, that's what I'm looking for. So you would want to use Nova missiles simply because that's the resistance type that's weaker in gamma filaments. So use this fit, just switch the missiles for Nova missiles. So we've got a heavy missile launcher over here to pop the nodes. We've got a mobile tractor, a small tractor beam. So that will be useful when you're close to the gate if you want to pull in the bio cache so that your MTU can focus on pulling in the nodes that are further away. We have a multi-spectrum shield hardener, and then 3 large shield extenders, a battery, and drone damage amps in the bottoms over here. Additionally, however, we are using 2 implants here. So basically a shield operation 3% and a shield management 3%. So that will help you a lot with shield recharge time and total tank of the fit. This fit should be more than tanky enough to handle everything that's going on in a tier 3 gamma filament. Okay, so moving on next. Like I mentioned, tier 4 gamma, we are going to be training cybernetics further and developing those skills further so we can fit some better implants. Once again, link to the fit in the description. And I believe this is about 50 days of training. And then tier 5 gamma filament, once again, link to the video up here, link in the description. Only skill you need to train from the tier 4 Gamma Gila to actually be able to fit it is the Cybernetics 5 to be able to fit the high grade Nirvana implants. This is 351 hours, so that's about what? That's I'm not so great at math. That's like 15 days of training time just to be able to get those implants in. And then after that, everything else here is for basically effectiveness, whatever way you say that. So all these skills, once you're done training these, you are basically at the same level skill-wise that I was when I made my T5 Gamma video. This is 142 days from the T4 Gamma Gila. Okay, so this 142 days, that's basically 3.5 months. What I would recommend you do here is the second you get into tier 3 filaments, or actually as soon as you can really, is start buying the large scale injectors. This is how the math works. Okay, so let me just show you guys. All right, so brand new player in EVE Online without shiny implants to train faster, you're going to be training 30 skill points per minute. Now you multiply this by 60, it's 1800 per hour. So in a day, we've got 43,000 skill point trained in one day. In a month, 1.3 million skill point, basically. That's how long it takes you to train, or that's how much you can train in a month. If we were to, best case scenario, buy 4 large skill injectors a month, so once a week. That would be, and we'll go with the 400,000 measure. Remember I showed you at the beginning of the video, between 5 million skill point on your character already and 50 million skill point, you only get 400,000 per large skill injector. We're going to go off of that metric because that's where you're going to spend most of your time when you're training for this. So if we get 400,000 times 4, that's 1.6 million skill points in your month on top of the 1.3. So you are training more than twice as fast in the best case scenario if you're able to buy 1 large skill injector. Once you get to tier 4 gamma filaments, if you run them well, if you loot everything, you should be able to make close to 200 million ISK an hour. Now, if you're making 200 million ISK an hour, it's 3 hours of farming, basically a week to be able to afford a large skill injector. So now at this point, your 142 days here, let's just actually go by the amount of skill points. What is this? 6.2 million skill points. So let's just go back to the calculator. So we know that you are training, let's just do quick math here. 1.6 plus 1.3 is 2.9. So divided by, there you go. Is that it? There you go. So 2 months and about 10 days or 5 days. That's how long it would take you to train from tier 4 filaments into tier 5 filaments. That's why I said at the beginning, the entire plan would be about 10 to 11 months. But if you use the large skill injectors, it should take a lot less time. So that's the skill plan. It's going to be linked below. It's going to be view only. You guys messing anything up by accident. And I do highly recommend that you use the link in the description to start that brand new character, maybe a new alternative character to just focus on the Abyss to get to that point where you can loot quite a bit. And other than that, guys, the only other thing I'd like to hear from you guys is, would you, well, two things really. Would you enjoy if I streamed once in a while when I'm farming in the Abyss, if I opened up the stream and you guys should just hop on and ask any questions that you have about the Abyss and stuff like that? Is that something you'd enjoy? That's number one. Number two, are you guys familiar with StarCraft 2? Is that a game that you guys have played that you enjoy watching content for? Let me know in the comments. I want to know if it's something that that I could start doing a little bit of content for that you guys might enjoy. Other than that, if you have any questions about this, jump in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if you have any input. Once again, all of this is based off of my own experience. There could be a few mistakes on this skill plan. I'm sure if you guys make it far enough, you'll be able to figure them out if there are. And let me know if you find some, because I can always edit the spreadsheet and the link will always be, you know, the most recent edit of the spreadsheet. And yeah, just want to help you guys get to a point where you can farm and inject a lot of skills into your characters so that you can enjoy all the different aspects of EVE Online. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Fly safe and peace out.